Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we are going to create a brand new custom hook that is called useRadio. This is part of like forms hooks that we are creating. So what I'm gonna do here is like I will create a function with name useRadio and I'll just export it quickly so that we can later use it in other components. All right. Now what I will do is like I will need initial value here. If you know, if you remember in radio button, we actually store multiple values in one state actually. So based on that, it enables one of the radio button. And I have created one state here, and I will initialize this state with the initial value. And then like what I'm gonna do here is like I will create one handler. This is pretty much simple and similar to earlier um, hooks that we created for use input and use checkbox. So it kind of this is pretty much similar. So what I'm doing here is like I will set selected value and with the help of set selected I will update the event.target.value here. And now, like it seems like everything is done. I'm going to wrap it with the use callback. Again, if you're not aware like why we use callback, it does not create memory allocation again and again. I need to just define the memory once. I will export the selected value and on change. I will just map the handle change with on change here. Let's do one thing. We'll start looking into like how we can verify whether my hook is working or not. So what I'm gonna do here is like I will create one form and I will just add one label here. And since we are creating one radio test, like we need to test the radio buttons only. So what I will do is like I will create something called gender. I've already created styles so that we can just quickly show you the React part here. What I will do here is like I will create label and then I will create the input. All right, in label, what we can do is like we can also have input inside it. Since in radio you just see the dot kind of thing, that's why we are keeping. Actually, we keep this way. In label, you generally see like the input, we keep it inside the label. And in on change, what we can do is like we'll have to add the handler which we will get it from our custom hook. So I'm just going to import it. The two things which we exported, selected value and one was on change. And I will do one thing like I will pass the default value here. And then what I'm gonna do is like I'm gonna shine on change to this and then it looks fine for now. What I need from here is like I need to import this. Then next thing is like since there I need multiple items as well apart from male. What I'm gonna do here is like I will create copy of it for female and other. So I will just replace the few things like value and yeah, so the we need value and the text only. So that's fine. Now what we can do is like we'll also need to display like what is selected just to verify whether it is being set to state. What I'm going to do is like I'm going to use a class that I have already created in CSS. It will just align and all. It is not doing any fancy thing. So I'll just add a text and will display the value that I am getting it from my custom hook. And now since my radio buttons are ready, but I just want my first option to be selected by default, what I will pass in checked is it should be when it is male, then it will mark the check true. All right. Now that is by default, as you see, like none of them is checked or ticked, whatever you can say, none of them is enabled. So actually I missed the initial value there. So I have added it now. Now you can see like whether after refreshing it, it is working fine. Okay. So the problem here I see is like I'm not able to actually toggle it kind of thing. I am not able to like select one. I was able to select multiple. So actually in case of input radio, you need to define the name and all the inputs should have the same name. Now it is working fine. When after refresh, I can see the mail is selected. So it's working fine. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.